What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the After Effect Podcast Show. I am your host, LeBron Stephen, but you can call me LBC, L Boogie, Big Brian, B Brian, LB, Bronny. The choice is yours. Welcome to episode 86. We have a very special guest today, a TAE alumni. Arvell Nelson is back on the show. Arvell was originally on the show on episode 33 a couple years ago. He's jumping back on just to talk about being the quarterback coach at his alma mater, Glenville High School, who is the Division IV state champions in the state of Ohio. He was a part of that run. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about some business endeavors, him scaling his business and starting V-Live QB Academy. And also to just, expound on his after effects, see if that's changed at all, talk some Super Bowl talk and things of that nature. So, just send Arvell the link, and once he jumps on, we will go.
Just right at the right time. So my hope is
there you go.
What's up, brother?
What's good with you, man? Can you hear me?
What's up? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. What's good with you, bro?
You got me clear?
Yeah, I got you clear. And I appreciate you tapping back in with me, man. I know we've been trying to get it done in a couple of weeks, man. We're both busy though.
Yeah, super busy with coaching kids, being a husband.
Right.
Being an entrepreneur, man. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man, I won't take too much of your time, man. I just wanted to tap back in the last time. And I think this is episode 86. The one you was on was episode 33. We was knee deep in the pandemic trying to figure everything out. So I just wanted to tap back in, man, and talk about a couple of things. So if you're cool with it, man, we can just dive right into it.
Let's do it.
So obviously the first thing I'm gonna talk about, man, that full circle moment, you know what I mean? You being a Glenville alumni, and obviously to me being a Glenville legend and playing in those big playoff games and, just coming up short, man, for you to be, on the coaching staff, assistant coach, quarterback coach, and, watch those guys this year kind of matriculate through the whole season and then, ultimately get through the playoffs and become, the Division IV state champs in the state of Ohio. And then also, watch your son, who's a ninth grader, become a state champ as a freshman in high school, man. Just, like you said, you're so busy. I'm not really sure if you've been able to, kind of sit down and reflect, man, but just talk about, whatever ups and downs you went through during the season, and then just to see how it all unfolded.
First and foremost, man, to put it in words, man, it was definitely surreal. It was surreal just being a Glenville guy, growing up in the neighborhood, coming through the system, being in those big games, like you said, and actually coming up short, actually making it, to the semifinals of the state playoffs, and having a chance to run it back and coming up short again, to actually put the groundwork in and then finish the job was surreal, man. It started last January. We knew we had a lot of talent coming in, but we knew we had a lot of question marks as well. So we started last January with the groundwork and set the goal to be state champs.
Right. Right.
Those guys bought in from the jump, and from there we built it week by week. And I think those guys had 2 weeks off in the whole process from January to December 3rd.
Wow.
Literally 2 weeks off.
Literally the whole year.
Literally the whole year. It was a 12-month process, and we got it done. But to actually finish the job with those guys and be on that field and see the joy in those kids' faces, to see the city come out and support and back us the way they did, and to see some of the alumni to come out and really shed tears. Everybody in the whole city felt like this was their championship. The city deserves it.
Yeah. I couldn't make it back, but after the game, I remember I still got a lot of my Glenville workout stuff, man. I wore that stuff about a week straight. Working out all my 2007, 2006, feeling like I was a part of it, man. But I played in them games too, and like you say, man, to get some of the big wins, versus the Ignatius and Eds and all that feels great, man. But to come up short, that feels worse. So, to see those guys actually get it done after all these attempts and years, man, it definitely felt like it was, like you said, it was just a win for everybody. Everybody.
It was because everybody felt like they laid the foundation for it, and which we did. A lot of guys put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in trying to achieve it themselves, but also looking at the future of the guys that's coming behind us. Remember, Coach Gann used to preach that all the time.
Exactly.
Don't be selfish. Think about the legacy of you leaving for the kids behind you. You want to make it better for those guys, and we did. So I can understand that feeling that everybody feeling like this was their championship.
Yeah, I remember. Gann used to always say that, don't be selfish, and the younger guys always watching. But that it never really hit for me until probably like a couple years into college when because I remember Gann approaching me to play center. Like I was supposed to play tight end.
Yeah.
And wear the 99 and all that. He like, yeah, I need you to wear the 5-5 and play center. Obviously, I didn't want to do it, but set like selfless, putting the team first. But I just remember a couple of years when I was in college, Jonathan Newsom, he ended up putting him at center. And like using me as an example. Like you see LeBron didn't have a problem doing it and did it pretty well. And that's the position he played. But to see like other guys come behind me and wear the same number and do the same thing, and only because they saw me do it, like, you know what I'm saying? And Newsom was an NFL draft pick and all that. But yeah, that's when it really hit home. Like, and so I know, like, like you said, all those lessons that he's been teaching for so long, man. To see it all just, come together. Like, I know being a part of that was a crazy feeling, man, because
it definitely was for me. It definitely was. I couldn't cry because I guess I was still in moment or in coach mode.
Yeah, in the moment.
In work mode. Like it took so much week after week to keep guys focused. We come from, the times we living in with so much distraction, so many distractions from social media and just different things. So it took me a couple weeks to really like sit down and take in the moment. But I was ready. I was getting prepared. I was so locked in. I was getting prepared for the next week. Like we got week 17. Like.
Right, because I saw like a couple days later, like y'all was on the hardwood. You know what I mean?
Was on the hardwood.
Like, yeah, you back to coaching basketball, and then your son back on the hardwood too. I remember, like, only and this too, because we both hoop, but like you only get maybe like that Sunday off.
That's it.
You might get that, Hope might give you that little Monday to rest a little bit, but then you right back running to the side.
And if you're a true basketball player, you don't want to go out there looking like out of shape or out of rhythm. So you are like literally in the gym the next day trying to get your game or catch up to the guys that have been training all summer.
Right.
Definitely. We went right back to work.
Yeah, I already know, man. So that was what you brought up. That was a perfect segue because I wanted to talk about this. I know your son is a 9th grader. And he's migrating through high school, figuring it out, but state champ as a freshman. Talk about, man, and this makes me feel so old, but just talk about some differences in recruiting now, right? Like, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm sure he's probably got a couple of letters and all that, but recruiting is going to really pick up for him, like in the 10th grade, 11th grade. And it's so different now. These guys have like Instagrams and Twitters and YouTubes and learning how to build brands at a really young age, getting NIL deals in high school and in college. The landscape of this whole thing it's completely changed. Like it's nothing like how it was when we got recruited. So you having that experience, but then having your son about to walk through it, just talk about some differences that you see, and then talk about what you try to tell him day to day and how you try to stay in his ear, and also just that learning aspect of learning how to build a brand, what college coaches are looking for now, as opposed to when we was recruited.
I was about to say that I'm learning with them. Every coach that come in, I'm picking their brain on how this thing go because nobody knows, what it is. Pretty much the coaches is calling it the Wild Wild West when it comes to recruiting.
Yeah.
So I'm learning with him as it goes. So I'm getting information from all these recruiters that's coming in and seeing those guys. But it's a hot time at Glenville right now. So with recruiting, you got, any given day you can have 10 Power 5 schools in the same office, you know what I mean? Because we got guys that's top in the state. Got number one corner, or number one player in the state with Bryce West. Then you got DeMarion Witten, who is probably the top tight end. Close second behind him.
I know that's Lindsay's cousin.
Yeah. Then you got Deshaunte Jones, which is top running back in the state.
Yeah, nice.
And the list goes on. So it's a hot time to be at Glenville. I'm giving my son the game from where I learned it. I went through the whole recruiting process, everything, high school to college to, trying to make it to the NFL. So I'm giving them the game that I know, and then I'm also learning the game from these recruiters that's coming in. And but the biggest thing is the work. I preach the work to them every single day because nothing is given in this world.
Exactly.
A lot of these guys are getting undermined by the portal. The portal
I was just about to ask about that.
The portal is crazy, man.
The portal is like free agency. It's like free agency.
It truly is, because you'll have a guy that go to a MAC school and develop in a year or two and have great years, and then a Power Five come snatch them up. So now, what does that do for the high schooler that's coming out?
Exactly. That's what I was gonna ask. Like what those not, and I gotta get my dude that he's the running back coach of Michigan State. I gotta get him on here because like to learn the recruiting, like what the numbers look like. Cause like how many guys did Colorado sign straight out of high school, just high school recruits because they had so many guys go in the portal. Like
right. And I can imagine that it's the same number of scholarships per year. So
exactly, like the number of scholarships don't go up.
Right. So the game is definitely like NFL free agency at this point. So with that even being said, the work that you got to put in as a high school guy to develop to try to be ready to come in and play right now is you got to face it relentlessly.
You got to be like the truth because you're
not even competing with
guys
with high schoolers no more. Yeah,
exactly.
So
exactly.
I preach that to him, man. We got him on the program, the system that we grew up in. With skilled guys running track.
Mm-hmm.
He go from track to basketball. Try to get him his lifting in right now when we can. A lot of times that's either 6 a.m. or we try to steal some time during his gym period.
Right.
And then we, big on rest too, because we don't want to overload him. But
and he probably about to have a growth spurt. How tall is he right now?
He is. What he do every time he have a growth spurt, he has these growth plates in his knee that when they both knees start hurting and he in super pain with a point he can't run, he's about to grow 2 to 3 inches. So he's sitting at like 6'3" right now.
Okay. Man, he about to catch you.
Yeah, he about to catch me. We shoot for 6'6", 6'7". Yeah, we don't know what we're gonna do. We don't know which way we're gonna go there.
Yeah, right. No, for real. Yeah, if he get, because you 6'5", right? Yeah, so yeah, if he tests 6'6", 6'7", yeah, it's gonna be some options. But yeah, man, I can only imagine. Like, I think the transfer portal is definitely obviously a good thing for guys that's already developing a system, maybe like 19, 20, 21. If things not working out for whatever school they at, then you can go to a better opportunity. Whether you go to a big Big Ten or SEC, then go to a MAC, or you started, like you said, you started at a MAC and then ball there and then go to a big school. But man, yeah, I feel for the high school recruits, because it's like it seems like they signing less and less guys straight out of high school, and then like you said, you got to compete as an 18-year-old on, you got to compete against guys coming from the portal. So there you go, and we back.
All right, we're back.
Okay, yeah, I won't be too much longer, man, because you know how these connections go. Okay, we was talking about recruiting. Okay, so yeah, I just got 2 more things, bro. I know you had spoke to being an entrepreneur earlier, man, and I remember I saw you years ago start V Live Fitness, and then you kind of scaled that and offered another service with V Live Juices, with the smoothies and the juices and everything. And now, I'm seeing you scale more with V Live Quarterback Academy. So to me, it's like you have like a conglomerate, right? Like you offer several services, you know what I mean? Right. So just kind of talk about, man, where the idea came from to continue to expand, and possibly maybe just like the inspiration, man, because I'm kind of on my entrepreneur journey right now too, just with like merch, even like with the podcast merch, and trying to figure out how to get people to buy, trying to figure out how to get ad revenue and sponsorships, and all those kind of things, and kind of using my own money to get all this stuff started, man. So just talk about where those creative ideas came from to continue to scale over the years and offer more services, and really more so hone into what you're good at and realize that you can offer these things as a service.
Believe, I want to say it came natural. It's always been a passion of mine, fitness. In high school, I say it started off in high school. I was more of a purist than anything. Used to think my body, look at my body as a temple. So I always used to research ways to get better, ways how I could eat better, the natural way to enhance my performance on the field or the court or wherever I was doing.
Yeah.
So when I entered college, my major was health and sports studies. So I was always intrigued by, how the body works. And from college, pursuing my dreams to make it to the NFL, personal training just became natural. Everybody always came to me or looked at me to train them. So, that's where it started. So this was around 2011. And through the years of just playing and, figuring out what I wanted to do in the off season, it always was there. So I always used it. And then during the pandemic is when the branch off to the natural juices and herbs came about, because, it was a scary time. We didn't know what this thing was, man. So I started doing a lot of research on, how to heal the body naturally. And, juices just kept coming up, herbs just kept coming up, segues from Dr. Sebi just kept popping up. And, I found myself knee deep in it every day.
Yeah.
So just from there, it just blossomed into, offering it as a service myself. And, just kept trying to find ways to recreate from there. Quarterback has always been my passion. I've been playing it since I was 8 years old. And once I saw my career coming closer and closer to an end, I said, how can I be a service to someone else?
Exactly.
I've gained 30 plus years of knowledge or 20 some plus years of knowledge on how to play the position.
Exactly.
And I prayed about it, asked God to, use me as a vessel. And that's what came out of it. So just walking in my purpose, always letting things come to me naturally. And that's how everything came about.
Yeah, that's dope, man. When I saw you launch it, I just remember thinking, like, man, that's a great idea. Obviously, like you said, you've been playing it for 20 plus years. You got all that experience and all that knowledge. At this point, it's only right for you to, pass it on, man. So that's dope.
Right. I can have a doctorate degree in the quarterback position. You feel me?
Exactly.
Call me Dr. Velli, man. Doctor. Real life, though. Real life. Because, you go to school for how many years to be a doctor?
12.
12 years. I've been doing this,
12, 16.
Double that, just playing the position from a young age to now and soaking up so much knowledge, man. Yeah. And I'm eager to give it back to these young guys.
Yeah, man. It's only right. And I know, like you said, it's a great feeling. You know what I mean? Especially when you see guys develop and get better over time, and because you got all that experience, man. Okay, yeah. So I just got one last thing, man. In 2020, you said that your after effect of your playing career was to essentially, pour into your kings, right? And pour into your wife, and see your kings get better and give them whatever knowledge you can. And to me, in these 3 years, you manifested that in a way, right? Your son is a state champion. He's continued to develop, and all your other sons as well are doing great things, man. So do you think that your after effect has changed at all since COVID in the last 2.5 years? Or would you say it's kind of still the same?
It's kind of still the same.
Yeah.
It's kind of still the same. I've delved more into the coaching role with my son moving up to the high school level. So I pretty much moved up with him and dove knee deep into the coaching role. But yeah, it's pretty much the same, man. Still pouring into kids, still giving my knowledge any way I can, whether that be physical health, nutritionally or the coaching role on the field. So my after effect is definitely just pouring into the youth.
Man, I love it, man. I love it. Well, last thing, man. What's today? Today is the 30th. Who you got taking the home in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks, man? You going with the Eagles or the Chiefs?
I'm gonna have to ride with the Chiefs. With the Chiefs.
Right.
I know my boy Pat Mahomes, playing on a bad ankle, but at the same time, you get 2 weeks off, man. That ankle gonna be 1,000%.
Oh man,
by the time Super Bowl roll around,
he gonna be ready to roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs, man. With Frank Clark, a Glenville guy,
Yeah.
On his second, this is his third Super Bowl appearance, right?
This is third Super Bowl, man.
He won one, lost one.
Won one, lost one to Brady. But it's crazy, man. And I don't really, I'm like a stat guy, and I be paying attention to all this defense and the pass rushing and all that. But Frank is third, like ranked third all time in playoff sacks. Like, like all time playoff sacks. He got 13 and a half. Number one is Willie McGinnis with 16. And then number two is Bruce Smith with 14 and a half. And he got 13 and a half. So like
those some names right there. So with that being said, that speaks to his greatness because Chris Jones just got his first and second sack last night. So that speaks to his greatness, man.
And it speaks to him being able to perform like that in those big playoff games, man. And to me, it's huge to see guys doing that, especially from our alma mater, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, them guys, you know, walk the same hallways and went through the same coaching. And so and he in that 5'5", so I love watching him.
Yeah. So you know I gotta ride with the Chiefs, man. Yeah, you got Travis Kelce, another Cleveland guy.
Yeah.
And I just love the way Pat Mahomes play the position, man. He plays it. He changes the way I coach the position, bro.
And what you think about his game? Yeah. What you think about his game though? Because obviously he can throw the ball and he knows how to read defenses, but this year was the first time we really saw Mahomes improv as much as he did, man. Like running around in the whole field, making guys miss. I think some of that is natural ability, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he always did it, but he make it look so normal, like it's just routine, but it ain't. It's like to get to get guys to try some of those throws, be like, your body just don't work that way. So to see him doing it on a routine, man, it is crazy. Yeah. I think, you know, Tom Brady's my guy. I think he's the GOAT. But I think when it's all said and done, Pat Mahomes may be the greatest thrower of the ball we ever seen.
Oh, yeah. I definitely think that as well. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think he's gonna get 7 Super Bowls. You know what I mean? I don't think that's gonna happen because 7 Super Bowls, that's what Brady did. That's tough, man.
It's tough.
It's tough. Like you say, throw the football and playoff wins and, you know, total wins and total yards. He threw for another like 5,400 or 5,500. Like it's like he do it in his sleep. And he lost Tyreek Hill. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a good game, man. A lot of people sleeping on Jalen Hurts, man. Everybody, you know what I mean?
I'm not, but that's the thing. You asked me my opinion on who I think will win, but I'm not sleeping on Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, man. They got some dynamic receivers on the outside. Plus, Jalen Hurts is he a stone cold winner. He's one of those guys that don't leave the gym. He's a gym rat. He's a film rat. Exactly. Like he's constantly working, so you can never count a guy out like that. So, never. I mean, I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl. I want to give the Chiefs the edge, though.
Okay, yeah, same. Well, yeah, I appreciate your take on that, man. That was a great take. Well, yeah, bro, that's all I had, man. I appreciate you tapping in with me. You know, continuing to support, man. You know, sending you and your family love, man, during these times, man. Have a ball coaching basketball. I'll continue to follow, man. And yeah, bro, we'll stay in touch as usual.
For sure, my brother, man, keep being great. This show, this what, 86?
86, man.
Come on, man. That's big, bro. That's big.
Yeah,
we gotta have a celebration when you reach 100.
I know. I'm thinking about it, man. You know, this was more so just a passion project, man. So to try to figure out ways to scale, kind of like in a natural way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you mess with what we trying to build, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But yeah, man, just telling our organic stories, man. It's not. I think we all got a lot of dope stories, and you know, a lot of times our stories don't get told, man. So you know, just rolling with it one episode at a time, bro.
Man, listen, much love to you, brother. God bless, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna pray about it, man. I'm gonna pray that this podcast see 100 more episodes, man, and make $100 million.
Appreciate it. For sure. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You know how I am, man. I'm gonna put the work in. It ain't about the bread right now. It's all about just repetition. Getting those reps in, and continuing to just be authentic and organic, man. You know, so you already know I'm gonna keep going.
Keep God first, bro, and stay in your purpose, man.
Yes, sir. Great. Yes, sir. All right, bro. Well, yeah, y'all be safe, man. I'll be tapping in with you.
Already, brother.
All right, man. Peace.
Hey, Dad. You came last minute.
Oh, all right. Well, yes, guys. I thought that was a great episode 86 with Arvell Nelson. As I said, he's a TAE alumni. And he was previously on the show, episode 33. Now he's a quarterback coach at Glenville High School, state champs, Division IV in the state of Ohio. He also is assistant coach for the Glenville basketball team as well. He's an entrepreneur, owner of V-Live Quarterback Academy and V-Live Fitness and V-Live Juices. So I love to get Arvell back on to, just talk football, talk recruiting now with him having a son about to walk through that in the 9th grade. And if you've listened to this entire episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, please subscribe. Please leave us a review. Listenership is one of the ways that we make money. If you watch this on YouTube or LeBron Daniel TV, please subscribe to LeBron Daniel TV. Leave us a comment, leave us a question. If you like this hat, you like this snapback, if you like this t-shirt, visit the AfterEffectsShow.com. We ship the very next business day. And just continue to rock with us as we continue to push out this content and as we approach 100 episodes. Until next time, peace.
Subscribe to LeBron Daniel TV, but you already knew that, where we dig deep and find our hustle, and every single day we are better than yesterday. Subscribe.